humanly possible with safety and security to keep the stores open, to keep the schools open.
During his coronavirus briefing, President Trump said he's looking into executive actions over evictions and relief for unemployed workers. Negotiations continue to drag out between Democrats and Republicans regarding that new stimulus bill. And you're listening to USA Radio News.
Can the daily recommended servings of fruits and vegetables fit into just 6 capsules? Yes. We start by sourcing organically grown whole fruits and vegetables. We ensure they are picked at peak ripeness. All of our produce is third-party tested for pesticides, heavy metals, bad bacteria, and nutrients. They are then washed, cut, and put through an advanced vacuum cold process which removes the water using pressure. This maximizes the nutritional value while preserving the color, smell, and taste of the fruit or vegetable. The freeze-dried food is then ground into a fine powder without adding any additives, fillers, or extracts. These powdered foods are then mixed in our proprietary blends and encapsulated, locking out air and moisture. The capsules are then bottled and shipped directly to our customers. Balance of Nature is now offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code USA.
Former Vice President Joe Biden will no longer travel to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to accept the Democratic presidential nomination later this month because of concerns regarding the coronavirus pandemic. Biden will address the nation from his home state of Delaware. Some disappointing news regarding the Indy 500 as we hear from USA Radio Network's Chris Barnes in Washington.
The Indianapolis 500 will be held this year, but fans will not be able to attend. That decision, just announced, was a reversal from Roger Penske, who had previously said he wouldn't hold the race without fans. And the president and CEO of Penske Entertainment Corporation, Mark Miles, says they tried to do everything they could to avoid this resolution.
It was just the ongoing tracking of the public health situation, the hope for the last few weeks that it would improve, the day-by-day reality that it wasn't in Marion County, and finally a timeline where we just couldn't wait any longer.
You're listening to USA Radio News.
Working from home? I'm Chad Dodd, veterinarian and consultant to Limp Bells. Here are some tips for keeping your dog fit while staying at home. Find 15 minutes twice a day and walk your pet at a decent pace around your place. Play hide and seek by hiding some kibble or favorite toys and letting your dog find them. If you have stairs and your dog is mobile, walk up and down twice a day for 5 to 10 minutes. Or better yet, try a power walk on your terrace or backyard for some fresh air. There are more helpful pet care tips at youmove.com, spelled youmove.com.
Former Vice President Joe Biden did an event where he was asked questions by the National Association of Black Journalists. CBS News correspondent Errol Burnett asked Biden if he had taken a test that would assess his mental fitness.
Please clarify specifically, have you taken a cognitive test?
No, I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test? Come on, man. That's like saying before you got in this program, if you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not, what do you think, huh? Are you a junkie?
What do you say to President Trump, who brags about his test and makes your mental state an issue for voters?
If he can't figure out the difference between an elephant and a lion, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Did you watch that? Look, come on, man. I know you're trying to goad me, but I mean, I'm so forward looking to have an opportunity to sit with the president or stand with the president in debates. There can be plenty of time. And by the way, as I joke with him, I shouldn't say it. I'm going to say something I probably shouldn't say. Anyway, I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness, and to make a judgment about who I am.
This does contradict what Biden said in June, where he said, "I've been tested and I'm constantly tested." For USA Radio News, I'm Tim Berg.
The following is an America Matters media production. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the station or its advertisers, although we think they should. But that's the opinion of America Matters Media.
And
welcome to this week's episode of City Talk. And I'm, About Town Deb. I'm your host, Debbie McCarthy, and we're a production of America Matters Media, the home of quality conversation. You can find us on the web at americamatters.us. That's americamatters.us, and on Facebook at facebook.com/About Town Deb. We're also on America Matters Media YouTube channel and on mine. And you can call us toll free at 844-790-TALK. That's 844-790-8255. And chime in on the Facebook watch parties. I think mine's going right now. And you can always text me at 775-741-2596. 775-741-2596. Got through that. That just always takes so much. So before I forget, my dress is from the Biggest Little Fashion Truck. Just do a little shout out. Fashion Truck. I love them.
It's so cute.
And so today on set, we have Cherie's back with us. Yay. And we're going to be having some fun. We thought we needed to kind of bring a handsome dude in.
Ooh.
So Brian Bosma's here.
Okay.
So I kind of feel like with Brian and Cherie, they're both rocking Reno right now. And we're also going to play this fun game that we're going to make up called What Would You Rather Not? I got this book. I just decided to buy it because I thought it'd be really cool for topics. So it's 2,000 would you rather do this or that questions. So I went in and highlighted it. And so it's their questions, not mine. It's published by Piccadilly. You're laughing. It's Piccadilly.
Well, I liked that you said they were their questions, not yours.
Oh, they weren't my questions.
That's a good disclaimer.
I just want you to know I didn't pick any of the naughty ones or controversial ones. Sorry.
Don't lie.
I don't know.
Those are for during the breaks.
Those are breaks.
Okay.
But no controversial stuff. That's definitely maybe a few naughty and breaks, but we're not doing controversial. We've got nothing.
That's Deb After Hours.
That's Deb. That's
After Hours.
No, what was that?
Real Talk.
Real Talk. No, we're gonna do like a podcast, like if we're out and about, like After Hours or City Talk After Hours.
3 drink minimum before you can jump on.
Oh, before you can even join me?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's totally fair. so I don't know. I'm trying to not drink. I don't know. I'll need like 2 sips and I'll be done because I've been so good lately. But I always like to say what has been happening. And I had a really exciting week last week. Visit Carson City rocked it and knocked it out of the park for me and for Georgia. Actually, Georgia is at the dentist. She'll be here soon, and then she'll be chiming in on Facebook. And Eric's hopefully manning the Facebook and the comments as well. So thank you, Eric. But Visit Carson City, they hosted Georgia and I for 3 days, two nights, and we stayed there part of Friday. And I had no idea that Carson City was so charming. Normally, I drive through it and I go to the lake, or you're going to California when you're doing the 395 thing, and you'll stop. Or when the kids were younger, they played baseball, so we would have baseball games there, and we would go to McDonald's or get gas because it's cheaper there, and we would continue, or we would go to Adele's on our way back, or we would go to Bully's after a long night for whatever. So it's really all I knew about Carson City. I mean, I know that there's a few other things in the Capitol, but I never even walked the Capitol grounds. I had done none of that. So I have this amazing Visit Carson City About Town Deb itinerary they made for me.
I love it.
And it's all planned out. And they just said, we just want you to go be you, just post and have fun, and we want you to experience this as About Town Deb would. So we had a mask. We want to show that we did visit Carson City. That's why. So all safe. And then I had this what are these called? They're fancy names, right? It's it keeps the water cold or hot.
Water bottle?
It's not a water bottle. No, it's a coochie, or what's it called?
I have no idea.
What?
I don't think it's
Christian,
a coochie.
what's it called? What's a coochie? Christian, what's it called?
Are you thinking thermos?
No, but there's a fancy name for these that people. This is it's a fancy name. Anyway,
Let's go with coochie.
Coochie.
Like
It's a coochie.
That's it.
Travel Nevada
Coochie is the winner.
I like coochie. I don't know. It just sounds like coochie coo. I don't know. It keeps you hot and cold. Anyway, continue on. What? I hope that doesn't mean something that I don't know.
It means,
does.
Then don't be telling me to say it then. Okay, forget that.
We love you.
It was Debbie talk.
It was
So-
definitely Debbie talk, but good stuff.
I have no idea, so that's even better. Even
Yes.
I'm blushing. Whew.
Well, I think
So-
maybe you were thinking koozie.
Why didn't
which-
you tell
The
me?
koozie. Well, I just
no,
thought of it.
No,
is-
koozie's what goes
The
over
koozie
it.
is the thing that goes
But
over
that's
it.
not it. If you're out there listening, if you
Oh,
see this,
please comment.
it's one of these.
What is it called?
It's like a water bottle thing that people pay big bucks, and you put your stuff in it, and it kept our ice water cold all day while
Yeah.
we were out and about. Anyway,
I think we should make it coochie.
let's
and
make it coochie.
Everyone should
Okay,
just
let's
vote
stop
for that.
talking coochie right now. So we're gonna go back to Carson City. I just want to give my shout outs. So we stayed at a new hotel called My Place. I decided to call it Our Place.
Okay.
I changed the name, Our Place.
Fair.
And totally clean. The social distancing there and the mask and the hand sanitizers, everybody was following the rules. Like you had to wait to go in. It was really cool. Like I felt totally safe. I'm still thinking about coochie. So anyway,
You brought it up this time.
I know. We also, I'm going to look it up and Google it later.
No, don't.
So I won't? Okay, good. So
Don't.
Carson Hot Springs, that was our first trip. So that was really a cool place to go to, oh my gosh, to cool down. But it was hot. So no, it was really hot. It's hot. It's like really, it's mineral water. So it's warm.
Yeah, they're warm.
And they're remodeling. So we're going to go back in a couple months to see it. But it was gorgeous. The sun was shining. They were so polite. It was great. And then we went to Sassafras. There's like way too many things. We went to Mangia Tutto. It's like a new Italian restaurant. Oh my gosh.
Is it delicious?
Everything is fresh, like totally fresh. And the time's almost up already.
No.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's almost up already. So lots of cool things about Carson City. I'll probably bring up a little bit more when we come back from break because I got distracted. So it's about that time. We are going to get ready for our first break, and we come back. We're going to chat a little bit more about Carson City, and it's About Town Deb with City Talk. We'll be right back.
You hear it all the time. Buy local, think local, eat local, choose local, grow local. But who the heck really is local? You can shop with locals at the Nevada Marketplace and the Reno Town Mall and search for locals at buynevadafirst.com. We're all local all the time.
Hey, all you entrepreneurs out there. Whether you have a small business or work from home, LaRue Press offers a virtual office and business address for all your business needs. Located at 280 Gregg Street, Suite 10, LaRue Press is your personal assistant for friendly all-day service. Need a conference room to meet with clients? You got it. With LaRue Press, you also get phone answering service, mail forwarding, package pickup, and even help branding your business. Call LaRue Press at 849-3814 or go online to lrpnv.com.
So here's the choice. Some people say the USA is finished. It's evil, a has-been, full of hate and injustice. The U.S. Constitution should be trashed and the Bill of Rights abolished. No free speech, no gun ownership. Competition and free markets are bad. We're all too stupid. For our own good, the government must own everything and know all your secrets.
Other people say that America has created the freest, richest, happiest, most generous society that has ever existed in the world. That's why millions of people are desperate to come here and escape their brutal lives in Cuba, Venezuela, North Korea, and 100 other countries.
In America, we have the right to succeed, the right to our own living, the right to have a family, the right to believe in God, the right to have our own ideas, the right to be safe and secure, and the right to be left alone.
Where do you stand? Help us save the Constitution and restore the American dream. Go to SaveMyFreedom.com.
Brought to you by the American Media Council.
Rich is just a really good guy. The term good egg isn't enough to describe him. He's also certified organic and free range. Rich puts the cap back on everything. The toothpaste, the olive oil, the shampoo, everything. He lets his 10-year-old nephew beat him at virtual tennis, even though he can straight up slay his 10-year-old nephew in virtual tennis. When the toilet paper is running low, Rich replaces the roll on the actual holder, not just on the back of the toilet. Rich is texting and driving. Rich, no. What are you doing, Rich? I was just telling everyone how great you are. Texting and driving makes good people look bad. visit stoptextstoprex.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
If you see activity that seems suspicious, threatening, or criminal in nature, please speak up and say something. Anonymously report suspicious activity online at keepnevadasafe.org. Sponsored by a grant from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and Nevada Department of Public Safety. Learn more at keepnevadasafe.org.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ, a Lotus broadcast station. The power of radio since 1967.
Want to expand your advertising dollar? Sponsor this or any America Matters program by calling 775-827-8900, extension 2. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to the second episode of City Talk. And I'm About Town Deb, the girl who just says what she feels, whether she knows it or not. So Mike Perrin from Tahoe, thank you very much for chiming in here on Instant Messenger. It's called a clean canteen hydro flask or Yeti. I was trying to think of Yeti.
Okay.
It's kind of close.
You were close.
Sure.
You were close.
I was looking for Yeti.
Yep.
Okay.
So
For sure.
I appreciate that.
Definitely
so
close.
now the mystery solved.
Close.
By the way, I have a new education. I learned at break. So excuse me, anybody out there who didn't, whatever.
It's a family show, Deb.
It's a family show. So anyway, I just want to do a little bit more about Carson City, and then we're going to go on to you two crazy peoples. So I just have to really tell you, Carson City honestly was quaint. It was, I felt like I was home. Like when I said the hotel was our place, as we were walking down and they've done a lot of remodeling, and the restaurants are incredible. They're local and a lot of farm to fresh. Mm-hmm. And I love the idea that Mark Esty has 2 restaurants down there now,
Mm-hmm.
and he has 3 here.
He has 2 here.
2 here, and then
Chez Louis and Liberty.
Right, and then he also has
and then one in Gardnerville.
And Squeeze In has many here, and they have one there. So,
Yes.
And that was a really cool story because, so Papa Tony, if you guys know or haven't met him, he's up there smiling at us, laughing at me right now, probably. So Squeeze In, when it's your birthday month, they send you this card, and what's in my bag, and it's like, happy birthday, like come in and you can get $10 off your breakfast or lunch. Well, it's crazy that the last 2 years, my dad's been gone 4, I didn't get one from him, which I didn't even notice. The day before I left for Carson City, I got one.
Oh, wow.
I got one. And it was, I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
and so I was like, I said to Cheyenne Kay, I'm like, I text her, I go, guess what? I go, look what I just got. And she goes, you know what? We have one in Carson City. He's supposed to go with you. You should celebrate when you're there. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, will they care? Because I'm not him. And she said, are you serious? Come on.
Right.
I want you guys to have breakfast there, and you need to take Papa there. So right before we went to breakfast, or it might have been before breakfast or the day before, there was this bench, and it said father and daughter bench. And I had like my little mask with my, we had a coffee. We went to this juicy bar place and had, I didn't get coffee. I got a healthy.
Was that so juicy?
Yeah, it was so juicy. Mm-hmm. So I put my little Visit Carson City, and I put George's drink, and I put my sunglasses, and I just felt like he was with me. But it reminded me that Carson City is a place for families, like so is Reno. But it's a little bit smaller and a little bit more quaint, and I felt that people were walking everywhere, and everybody had their mask on, and we parked like in the wrong spot. Georgia didn't see it, so I'm blaming Georgia because she didn't. And it was like a handicap. But we thought it was the 10-minute one, so we really just ran in. So I'm taking this photo on the bench, and Georgia's like, I go, oh, I'm so sorry. It's almost 10 minutes. I'm hurrying. This is like a bench for my dad. And the guy goes, no, I don't think you have the wrong spot. He goes, it's okay. But I mean, he was so touched that I was taking a photo of that he's like, oh, take your time, get your photo, and then hurry. So we did that. So Squeeze In, really, it was nice. What I'm getting is there's both. And World Coffee is in both places. So I really love the idea that we're partnering and we're reaching out to each other, and a lot of the spirits, the local spirits, were down there, and some of the local beers that were here. So I felt like I was kind of in Reno and not. So I have if you go to Facebook page on About Town Deb and my Instagram, there's going to be, I did 3 videos, one at the, I don't want to get it wrong, because it was like, Georgia cried the whole tour, the Stewart Indian School.
Oh.
Another Debbie moment. I walk in and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys must be so excited because because they said, this one volunteer actually went to school there, and the other gal goes, I did, and I'm like, oh, how cool is that? She's like, we'll talk after your tour. And it's about how the Indian children were kidnapped and they were taken there, and it was horrible stories. So the whole tour, George is like bawling through her mask, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I felt like I put my foot in my mouth. But afterwards, I was so touched by it. So I ended up doing an interview with the volunteer who actually went to school there, and her parents had been there. So she went through a lot of stories, and she wants people to know the truth about it. Not just like the truth. So I sat down with her, and she cried, and I cried, and it was a really good. So it's a long interview, and Eric's gonna break it down. And then the Shoe Tree Brewery, that over on Hallelujah Junction, there was a tree that had shoes on it.
Oh yeah.
I think it's still there. Is it?
No, it's not there.
Oh.
But they named the Shoe Tree Brewery after that.
Oh, that's
so another connection. So I did an interview with them, and then Adele's that had to close because of that. There's the new restaurant Piazza. They just opened a couple weeks ago, and in the McFadden Plaza, small plates, amazing wine, and they had Lava Cap wine there, which was my El Dorado wine.
Okay.
So I was a happy girl.
Yes.
And they had all the local spirits. They had Frey Ranch and Tahoe Blue. So I did an interview with the bartender who has been there who was at Adele's forever. So there's a cool story coming on that. So we will be back to Carson City, and I'll be doing more. So I'm done with Carson City. It was amazing. And also a little shout out. We have some, as I know it's kind of loud, but there's caramel and there's some Tahoe bark from Dorinda's Chocolate. So during the break, we're going to have that. So I want to thank them, and they helped me put together a basket for Children's Cabinet. So I love to support nonprofits. So let's get into you guys. So Cherie, we already hungry with Reno, the Reno Restaurant Week. We're going to go right over to Brian first, if you don't mind.
We should.
We should, because he's all dressed up.
He looks
Just for you.
He looks so
he's
beautiful.
All dressed up. So
yes.
If
I like to use that one for men.
Beautiful.
You're so beautiful.
You're so beautiful. So Brian, I've known you for a long time, but I really didn't know. There's so much more to you that I even knew. Besides that suit, you got a lot going on. So you're the founder of G Suite. Well, we don't even want to go there, but we will. And you own a national recognized public relations and marketing agency. You have pretty big clients, like Fortune 500 company, Grammy Award winning artists. That's just in politicians. In Reno, who'd have thought that we have that? Well, we do have a lot of talent like that. And so I'm happy to have you here. And a debater, oh my gosh, we can be in trouble.
No, I think that's speech and debate was a ton of fun.
Okay,
well,
we can debate on who's better on what.
Okay.
And then, so he on his he sent us a little bio, and he goes, he's living the madness of exclusivity, creativity. Bosma makes his way into Deb's Town. So we're in Deb's Town right now. So first of all, thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much.
G Suite, what the heck? I Googled it, and it was Google was coming up.
I started it. No, I started it in 2012, and so happened to be Google actually ended up taking that name. So, but it's funny when I have G Suite and stuff, people are like, "Oh, so you started Google?" And
that's what
that's
I thought.
Me. I started Google. So don't worry about that. But it's something I've just kind of resonated with a long time, and the whole thing is the G Suite brand is just to be able to kind of create savvy marketing that kind of pops off the page and is a little bit more kind of high end and chic.
Ooh.
Yeah, the G Life.
The who life?
The G Life.
The G Life.
You know?
The G Life.
The G Life.
Mm-hmm. The G Life.
We like the G.
The good life.
The good life.
The good
life.
We can't say Good Life because there's a magazine
G-Life.
called Good
That's
Life.
right.
So it's the G Life, the G
G-Life.
Suite. But you're also involved with EDON.
I am.
So share a little bit about that, because businesses, what's happening right now, that's kind of a big deal. So how can you tell us how are they dealing with the businesses?
So they're doing great. I mean, so right is a great time to kind of, leave California and come to Nevada. I mean, when you actually had Google, for example, they said that all their staff is going to be working from home until next summer. So, this is a great opportunity right now for a bunch of businesses to come to Nevada and explore our great tax saving options and our great quality of life. So it's been good. So actually, EDON is having on August 12th at 12:30, they're doing another press briefing where they're going to announce some more businesses that are coming into Reno, into Northern Nevada, and then also announcing some more jobs that are coming to the area as well.
So that's a big deal.
Huge deal.
It's crazy. You would have think. George is here, by the way. If you're watching on Facebook, she just snuck in. I did say you went to the dentist and you'd be here. So hopefully she's not going to drool while she's over there. She might be drooling. And she got her hair colored, so she's all snazzy. So
it's beautiful.
But no, I feel like we're really blessed to have EDON. Can you, for people who aren't from here, we know EDON. Can you explain, can you say what EDON stands for?
The Economic Development Authority of Western Nevada, and their whole mission is to try and create tax incentives for businesses to kind of move out of their current area and come to Northern Nevada. So they work closely with the governor's office to provide really kind of custom economic packages, and then the economic team as well. They, on top of promoting, they really work really closely with, they have the founders dinner, and they create events and stuff too to try and bring people not only to the region, but also kind of provide a lot of content and stuff for local businesses here in town as well.
So how are they with this whole COVID stuff?
Yes.
How is that affecting, businesses are coming, but how are they handling that?
The bigger thing right now is really being able to kind of manage the businesses that have come in here and just kind of manage that relationship with them, and then also kind of showcase that, there's a potential that COVID's not going anywhere anytime soon. So kind of showcasing to California businesses and businesses elsewhere that Nevada's a great tax haven and it's a great place to live. And I know you guys see all this stuff about Reno being ranked, top 5 for places to live, and it's a great place and it's pretty easy to see it. And then some of the tax benefits and stuff obviously make it a little bit more fun as well.
Well, I'm hoping that we get to keep those tax benefits.
Yes.
It's so I don't know if people realize it. Oh, it's almost time for a break again. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're about to take another quick break. We want your feedback. Please chime in on Facebook or text us. Leave a comment. We'll be right back at City Talk with About Town Deb.
Destination Midtown. Experience the difference. Reno's premier shopping extravaganza. Everything imaginable and more. Midtown matters. Get down to Midtown.
Ponderosa Meats, the anchor of Midtown since 1954. USDA choice, USDA prime cut. Ponderosa grass-fed beef. Call 775-322-4063. Ponderosa Meats, tradition, quality, and prime service.
Midtown Reno. Experience the difference. Get down to Midtown. Midtown matters.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
As humans, we ask ourselves all kinds of questions. But what if we were forced to ask ourselves a question every day that affected the outcome of the most basic things, the most important things in our lives? The question is, what is your sexual orientation or gender identity? And the answer is the difference between keeping your job or getting fired. The answer is the difference between staying in your home or getting evicted. The answer is the difference between receiving medical treatment or not. Because in 31 states, it's legal to discriminate against people based on their answer to this question. LGBT Americans have the right to say I do, but they don't have the same basic rights as everyone else. Get the facts at beyondido.org. Brought to you by the Gill Foundation and the Ad Council.
911, what is your emergency? My kid shot himself. All right, where's the wound, sir?
911, what's your emergency?
Please help. My son shot his brother.
911, what is your emergency? 911, please state your emergency.
Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns.
It wasn't locked. It wasn't locked.
Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
This overload. Shannon Lawson here. Join us for the Nevada Radio Roundup, Fridays at 2 p.m. A good news variety show all about the local scene. The Nevada Roundup, Friday at 2. Unable to listen to the whole show? A recording of today's program will be available later today. Visit americamatters.us and click on the podcast link. Now back to the show.
And we're back for the third segment of City Talk with About Town Deb and Brian and Cherie and Jazzy. Georgia made it back from the dentist. As I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we'd love you to join in the party. Since I'm About Town Deb, that means I'm going to my town, your town, any town. Let's connect. We love connecting. So you can call in from anywhere worldwide at 844-790-TALK. Or you can just chime in on a watch party, or you can text me, which I did get a text, and you got one too.
Yes, we did.
We got a text from the beautiful Britton Douglas. She says that we look pretty.
Hello,
Great shows,
lovely.
my loves.
Thank
She's
you.
watching from home, and we love her. And we want to give a shout out as we're shouting out to Courtney Meredith, because apparently she's texting you about my.
She is the best.
We love her.
We love Courtney.
And so
Love
there's
Courtney.
an announcement coming up that Courtney helped create something. So let me forget, because the big news, I
Yes.
can't forget to share the big news.
Excellent.
So Courtney's part of that big news. Without Chris, Courtney, and Tucker, I don't know, I might be, who knows where I'd be, but I wouldn't be as big a news without them. They're incredible. So back to Brian. So Brian, you also were involved in something with Cherie that I didn't even know. Believe in, what is it?
Yeah, so
Believe
we
what?
did
What was
the Believe. It's
Chaos.
Believe. Yeah, with
Chaos.
Chaos. So
Okay.
BelieveInReno.com is like the website domain, and that was an Opportunity Zone Summit that we put on in about 30 days. We had about 600 people show up, and it was about to talk about all the great things that are happening here locally with Opportunity Zone. Unfortunately, we had to cancel this year, which for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But we were able to kind of take that and use it as a tool for investors that kind of come in and be able to see what kind of tax savings they can do, and
I
then
like it.
what kind of kickbacks and stuff. And what's cool about the Opportunity Zones is they're kind of time sensitive, so they don't want people just buying a bunch of property and sitting on it. So they kind of have a bunch of call to actions to it, which kind of make kind of speed up the process a little bit.
So do people do that?
Oh yeah, it's very common.
They buy property.
Buy
just-
properties in like lower economic regions and kind of wait for it to kind of take off.
Oh, I guess they would. It's like when you buy a fixer-upper
That's
and
it.
you buy them in when the neighborhood goes up or something.
Yep.
Well, I can't afford to do that, but I see how people do that kind of stuff. But what else is happening with you?
Yeah, so I'm involved right now with Parliament Group.
So what is that?
It's a 48,000 square foot CBD processing facility
Okay.
that's under construction right now. We're in our final phases of that.
Wow.
That's right behind the Nugget, right by the train tracks in Sparks.
Oh,
Great. That's a
So
great
it's going to be
location.
all topicals. We're going to have about 10 separate brands with that, and we're going to do white labeling as well for other businesses that kind of want to have everything about it is zero waste. So we're taking from start to finish and stuff, and trying to use every ounce of the product and stuff. We're even taking some of the feed and taking it into pellets and stuff to be able to feed horses and stuff too. So
Oh, that's amazing.
take it full circle, and then working with Joey Gilbert doing real estate and stuff too, buying and flipping houses. Started a staging company with him recently as well, which is always fun.
Oh,
and
like staging in the homes,
yeah,
right?
staging the homes and
Okay.
doing some remodels and stuff as well. So and actually it was through the Opportunity Zone Summit with Kaya that me and Joey were introduced, and we kind of hit it off real fast, and we've kind of been inseparable since. So it's been fun.
I love it. No, see, but
It's great.
as we've said this many times, like we mentioned Courtney, and got Britain and the other Britain with the fashion truck, and you and America Matters and Georgia, and so many people who have all been together or follow each other, and when the timing is right, everybody gets to actually come back together or regroup together or begin together and make a huge difference. With Eric, like say Eric is forever.
Huge shout out to him. I love his content. He's the man.
You know what's really cool is way back when I was my pretend photographer, my pretend this, I was just a pretend thing, but thank goodness Courtney and would be sitting when we were in the other studio. Nevada Matters was over there, but I was with Nevada Matters when they were in like Cardone building. It was like, it's been a while. And Courtney would be sitting there, my dad would be sitting there, and she just had this vision, I think, even before we all knew for About Town Deb, and I wasn't even About Town Deb then. I was Chick Chat and other things, and Debbie, whoever, I was chatting. But I feel like the universe, like right now, especially with the pandemic, and George just mentioned this too, is that we feel like the people that are supposed to like stand up from the rubble, you know how they say you stand up through the ashes or whatever, but I feel like everybody has struggled so much, and it's time when this is over to regroup and be together. And as we're all pivoting, we pivot with the people who've supported us, and we've supported them. And I'm just blessed that I keep getting around this amazing people. So thank you for that. So I want to shift a little bit, if you don't mind, over to Cherie.
I mind a little bit. But
just a little bit, but you're wearing
this. It's totally fine.
Yeah, you can go to Midtown Eats with us, and we'll let you hang out with us. Yeah, so
I'll sit on a different table. That's the cool
no,
table.
Just
I'll sit over here in the
no.
corner.
You have to at least sit with us, but apart.
You look so nice. We
I know.
want you at our table.
I even wore a fashion truck dress because I wanted to be fancy because I knew we were going to dinner. And I was hoping.
Yes.
So Midtown Eats is where we're going.
Midtown Eats. Yes.
So Cherie, you have been nominated as a finalist in the 2020 PBS Reno KNPB Channel 5 Spotlight Award for Extraordinary Neighbor category.
Yes, I have.
And you
it's
are.
Very nice.
I'm so honored.
Very nice.
Ooh, she's right here.
Yeah.
Ooh, hot stuff. Give me a Yeti.
I like the other name still, but okay.
Starting businesses here.
Yeah, we are. That's right. That's right.
We're Googling. No, but you did all, you helped so many people, and between, helping with Feed Our Heroes and the
Nevada Hip,
helping to feed our service workers and partnering with Mark Esty, and there's Kea. There's so many people have done such incredible stuff, and I feel like you did it all just because you want to do it. She didn't do it. You didn't do it for any reason except your heart said, I got to do this. And that's why you're extraordinary.
Well, thank you.
Because you didn't do it to get recognition. You did it because you care about people.
Thank you.
And that's what makes
so
you
nice.
extraordinary.
Thank
and I don't want to start crying.
That's so nice. I couldn't have done it without.
You have an amazing team of people around.
There's so many, one of the beautiful things, just like what you're saying about coming up out of the rubble and pivoting together and collaborating together. And there's so many amazing people in this town, and sometimes it just means executing, and making sure that so many great ideas, and there's so many great things that happen. And when people come together, together we're one, right?
Together we are one.
Together
right
one.
there, we got our bands. I'm
And
going to give you a band. Put my band on.
I know, I have one.
I know, you just put it on for right now. Georgia's got two on.
I love it.
I know, two bands. Good stuff. And surrounding ourselves with good people. The Eddie House is also nominated for the Extraordinary Community Group.
Yep.
Doughboy Donuts is
Mm-hmm.
Extraordinary Local Business.
Yep.
And I was looking through, and I want to give a shout out to two more people.
Excellent.
So Avery Pickham is my good friend Raquel Riggle's daughter. She has been on the show, and she took it upon herself with a group of her junior service learning project and worked with Renown, and they were able to raise money for the school zones and crossing installed, because a lot of kids there was a time.
So wonderful.
So it was said, which led to the first school zone being installed at the Academy of Arts, Career and Technology in December of 2019. On February 26th, it was installed, and they were there with a presentation, and they got a $60,000 check from Renown with Avery's, with her help. More crosswalks and safety initiatives will be installed because of that.
That's awesome.
So that's a young teenager stepping up. So I want to say, Avery, I'm so proud of you. And then I cannot I cannot ever forget Roundabout Catering. Colin and Mary Beth, good friends of mine for over 25 years, and they partnered with Renown to provide food services for the frontline workers, the doctors, the nurses at the hospital. They do a lot with American Heart Association, the Heart Ball, Rotary Club.
Roundabout, they also just started sponsoring Redirect Athletics, which is
I
helping.
didn't know that.
Yeah, they just announced that last week. Awesome company.
That's
but they do all our meal prep and stuff for us too.
Okay, so we tons more, and the Children's Cabinet,
Yes.
which we just took a donation to them.
And I think Big Brothers Big Sisters too.
Yeah,
I
Big
think.
Brothers,
Yeah.
Big Sisters, Casa de Vida, St. Francis, everything. So a shout out. These are all people that I know personally and that I adore. So it makes me feel good that I'm surrounding myself with amazing people.
Yep.
So it's going to be time. I'm going to do our surprise now. And then we come back, we're going to have some fun.
I love it.
So big surprise. About Town Deb.
Dun, da, da, da.
Da, da, da. Thanks to Design on Edge.
Yes, Courtney.
So Courtney, way back when she did my new business card, said you need this should be a wine label. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's beautiful. Like, I didn't think it would really happen. Well, you wait till the timing's right, and the timing is right. So she said, I think you need to do this. So Mike Owen and Melissa, the owners of Crystal Basin on Carson Road, they have we partnered. And I will have a red table wine, About Town Deb, food, wine, and travel. So I just talked to Mike and Melissa before the show to make sure, and he said Courtney did design the label, and she had to get all the legal stuff because we just did like a mock-up. And Mike Owen texted and said, or emailed and said, Courtney was spot on first try.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like,
Of course she
everything.
was. Of course she was.
And
no question.
I mean, like, this is hard to do because it has all this legal stuff and you have to get it approved. So the guy who normally does his label said, oh, that's a no. I think we can go right there with it.
Oh my
I don't think they have to tweak anything of it. So I'm in the process of it. So we will have it. You can order it through Crystal Basin, and there'll be many more things to come. And the second surprise is, while I was in Carson City, George and I were there. The Good Morning Carson show has asked me next week to be the guest host for the morning show.
Let's go.
Oh
That's awesome.
So fun.
So, and I get to talk whatever I want to. They said I can just do my thing. We won't be talking about Yetis, though. But anyway, so
Hydro Flask.
Hydro Flask, yeah, we won't be.
Canteen.
Clean Canteen, whatever it is. Anyway, I'm just really excited. So for me, that's two big opportunities. It's time for, when we come back, we're going to do Would You Rather Not. You can also listen to us on the air at 11:80 a.m. Catch us live streaming afterwards at About Town Deb on Facebook. America Matters YouTube channel. Hang in with us. We will be right back. It's About Town Deb with City Talk, and we'll see you over the next break.
Hi, this is Eddie Floyd. Let me tell you about my favorite non-profit public charity, Wainema Wild Horse Sanctuary, located on the Forsyth Ranch in Hallelujah Junction area. And please go to www.wainemaranch.com. That's WYNEMA ranch.com.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. I'm here to warn you about telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Some of these scammers may say threatening things like you will be arrested if you don't make payments or provide personal information. Do not fall for these tricks. These calls are not from us. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you for information or money. If you receive a call like this, hang up. Never give the caller your personal information, like your Social Security number or bank account, or send money in any form, cash, gift cards, wire transfers, or prepaid debit cards. Report the call to our law enforcement arm, the Office of the Inspector General at oig.ssa.gov. Share this information with your friends and family.
Matthew.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I just need you to listen to me.
I know that a lot of times, Mom, it might not seem like I'm listening to you, but I am. I hear you. And what you say really does matter to me.
I mean, let's be honest. No kid likes rules, but I get why we have them. I hear you, and I know it's because you care.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thanks, Mom, for never giving up and always being my biggest fan.
Thank you for letting me know what you expect, so I can try to meet your expectations.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Imagine being fired because of who you love. Imagine being denied medical treatment because of who you marry. Imagine being evicted because of who you are. Millions of Americans don't have to imagine this. They have to live it. Because in 31 states, it's legal to discriminate against LGBT people. Get the facts at beyondido.org. Brought to you by the Gill Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ, a Lotus broadcast station. The power of radio since 1967. To join the conversation, call 844-790-TALK. That's 844-790-8255. Now back to the show.
And we're back for the fourth and final segment of this week's City Talk, and I'm About Town Deb. I got another message here and said both from Britton Douglas, both my guests are cute.
Oh.
Wow. You have a fan out there. And then I also had Gary, my friend, says, I'll take a ball of red since you're up anyway. I don't know. I've been going to bed really early, so he's probably thinking, you're actually awake and it's 5 o'clock? What?
You're going to be up a little later tonight because
Yeah,
we're going out.
We're going to go to Midtown Eats. Yeah, I'm going to
just a little
be good though. I'm going to be good. I'm
Yes,
going to eat healthy. So, anyway, I really enjoy. It's so much fun. And before I forget, because we're going to start playing some Would You Rather. So if you're listening, feel free to text me what your answers are, or you can chime in. Before I forget, so next week's show is going to be on location, and I want to apologize for last week because my computer, the sound wasn't working, and you only heard me, and that was, but so we're going to work on that after the show. I apologize ahead of time. Hopefully it's not going to happen. We'll make sure we do it good. We will be at the Shoe Tree Brewery with Visit Carson City, and that's the same day that I'm going to be co-hosting or take over. I've never done that. It's like I have like 4 segments. So cool. It's the whole thing.
Yes.
So I'm going to be talking about wine and talking about Reno.
At
and
6:30 in the morning? Perfect.
I'm going to bring them wine.
I love it.
What the heckies? I got to do that. So I didn't want to forget that. So before I go, okay, how can we contact you so I don't forget that I'm going to play?
For
Hungry in Reno?
Follow
you?
HungryInReno.com. I'm CherieButler.com.
And your Instagram is?
Instagram is Cherie Butler, Hungry in Reno, Opportunity Nevada.
Yeah, and she has
Reno
tons
Food
of
Week.
cool stuff. And Brian, your turn.
Yeah, all my social media tags are at G Suite. So
Pretty easy.
G
Suite.
G Suite.
Love that you got that.
I know.
My friend, my friend Gary, he's G-Man.
Oh, really?
That's his nickname.
Okay.
Hello, Gary.
Hello, Gary.
Shout out to Gary.
Shout out to Gary.
Okay.
G-Man.
So here's our first question. Would you rather be served breakfast in bed daily or get an extra hour of sleep daily?
Breakfast in bed.
Breakfast in bed all
Hands
day.
down.
Let's go.
Georgia?
Yeah.
Breakfast. Yeah.
I mean,
breakfast
one
in
hour,
bed.
that's like nothing. Give me like 5 hours.
Okay. And you can still stay in bed.
Yeah.
Because you're having breakfast in bed.
Okay.
Like you get both.
Are you offering breakfast in bed?
Maybe.
Daily? Okay.
No, I don't cook, so no. Okay. I want breakfast in bed.
Delivery's fine.
I don't cook.
You're
so.
breakfast in bed too? That's what
I would rather have that too. Okay, here we go. Would you rather have the most high-tech security system or 2 voracious guard dogs at your home?
Probably a security system.
Where do I live?
Don't tell the world. You don't have your mic. Is your mic on? I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
I would say the dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want a security system. Okay, I gotta find. Okay, would you rather swim with the dolphins or manatees?
Dolphins.
Right?
I've never even heard of swimming with manatees. I didn't know that was like a thing.
I think I've done it.
Have you?
In Belize.
Okay.
Aren't those fish that look like? And yeah, I've done it.
That's
It was
pretty cool.
pretty scary.
Yeah.
I had to like scream, and I got water in my thingamajiggies. What's that thing you wear?
Snorkel.
My snorkel.
The snorkel.
And I ended up getting sick.
I bet you did because you swallowed
I
probably
swallowed
some water.
crappy
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
And the guy told me stop smiling and screaming with it on.
Yeah.
Okay. So, would you rather your best
I
friend?
definitely need to go on a trip.
You
with
really do need to go on a trip
really
with
do.
me. You do. I'm quite ask
Hands
Georgia.
down.
I'm
She's
quite
very
entertained.
Very entertaining.
We always get front row everywhere I go.
This is amazing. Yes.
Or they lock me up in the closet. I don't know. Okay. Would you rather your best friend break a promise or your significant other lie to you?
Oh man. Well, what's the lie?
I don't know. I'm saying best friend break a promise.
Yeah, because that's
a
what's
no-brainer.
new, you know?
I feel
Friends
like
do that all the time.
Friends break. Yeah.
Okay,
I would say
gotta find-
break a promise.
I
I
gotta
don't
find
I
some
don't like
fun
lies. Breaking the promise is different than a lie. I feel like you break a promise, things happen, but
Okay, did Mike? Oh, okay,
lies
here
are
we go.
always not okay.
No, I don't like that. I think because you can have a reason for breaking a promise.
Yes.
I highlighted some fun ones, but okay. Would you rather eat only with your fingers or chopsticks?
Fingers.
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 Chopsticks.
Whoa, can you?
Ooh, are
I'm
you
not
good
very
with the
good.
chopsticks? Ah. I'm
Okay.
bad.
Here's-
Like one rice at a time is just not doing
Yeah.
it for me. Like dig right in.
Here's one you're gonna like. You guys are gonna like this one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Would you rather?
Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
Would you rather have an endless supply of batteries or toilet paper?
Oh.
That's so random.
I know. Give me a Yeti.
I never have batteries, so I would have
Dad.
to say batteries.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say toilet paper.
I'm gonna say.
Toilet
Well, you know,
paper.
no, you know
Yeah.
why? Because batteries can light up like your flashlights.
What can they light up?
Flashlights. Okay, here's another one. Would you rather steal a cop car or a fire truck?
Cop car, hands down.
Fire truck.
Fire truck.
I
'cause
already
there's-
have plans.
There's firemen.
Yeah, firemen.
I have plans for the
firemen.
cop car already. That's
You
that's
do?
already on my list.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to talk about that at the next break. Okay. Would you rather wait, how me say that? Would you rather people keep you guessing or just be upfront? That's an easy one for me.
Just be upfront.
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 I totally.
No question.
I have a hard enough time just figuring things out, let alone guess. I don't want to do that.
No.
Okay. We already kind of did. We didn't do this one out loud, but we talked about it. Would you rather date someone you met online or someone your parents set you up with?
Definitely online.
Online.
That was an easy one. Online. Okay. Okay. Speaking of online, would you rather go on a dating game show or online dating site to find love?
A gaming show sounds like so much fun.
Game show for
Game show.
sure.
Game
Yeah.
insane.
Game
That would
show.
be so
Yeah.
much fun. Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather box a kangaroo or tussle with a moose?
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
For sure.
Oh, a kangaroo is kind of cute.
You might be able to get away.
Oh, a moose is. I don't
Gigantic.
know. I
The
don't
moose
know.
is gonna sit on you're
They're
just
gonna
dead.
Rip you
Yeah.
apart.
You're just
Okay. Would you rather listen to someone's confession or problems?
Confession.
A confession.
Juicy tea.
I would like the confession because
I got
they've
enough
already
problems.
done the things.
Okay, I like that too. Okay, that's a good one. Would you rather go with electricity or running water for a week?
Electricity. Like,
Without?
without electricity.
Or running water? I think
Without?
I'd rather go without electricity
Yeah.
because
I think
I'll have
electricity.
batteries.
Because I have batteries. Yeah.
I'll have batteries.
You guys, I only have toilet paper.
Yeah.
Maybe we can trade. Maybe we can swap out. We can trade.
we can hang out together. Okay. Now okay. Would you rather get your heart broken but learn a lesson or break someone else's heart and feel guilty?
I would like to break someone else's heart. For sure.
For sure.
I don't know.
I'm horrible like that. I don't want to get my heart broken. So,
Yeah, put the pain on other people.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I don't know.
You're definitely the first one, aren't you?
Maybe I don't know. I don't like to hurt people. I
don't
think
either,
I can
but I
handle
don't want to
being
get hurt
broken.
either. So
Yeah.
I think
I
the
know.
choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather play hangman or tic-tac-toe?
Hangman.
Hangman.
Tic-tac-toe.
Ooh.
Ooh, we got a tic-tac-toer over there. Okay.
Tic-tac-toer.
I don't know on that one.
Oh, you don't know?
Hangman.
Because you can always do like really.
No, I don't want. No, I want tic-tac-toe. Because
Okay.
hangman, you got to spell.
Okay.
Oh, fair. That's fair.
I'm dyslexic a
That's
little.
fair.
So
Yeah.
I'm being honest. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather make amends or move on?
Make amends.
Make amends.
That's a good
That's
one.
easy
Take
one
a
for
break.
you.
Make amends.
Oh, you want to move on?
No, I don't know. That's a good one.
Let's see. What do you think? Come on now.
I think I'd rather just move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you probably have to move on.
Yeah.
Because it's just too much to make amends. Because there's too much hurt. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sometimes.
I kind of like to make amends.
Me
I
too.
kind of want to end things with, can we like somehow be something? You know, it's important. Oh, would you rather have a bubble bath or a hot shower?
Bubble bath.
Bubble bath or hot shower?
I would say a bubble bath.
I'd say a bubble bath.
Hot shower. I don't think I've ever taken a bubble bath. So
Oh,
maybe
see
that's
now
fine.
that's
Okay,
I mean,
you need to take a
you
bubble
need to
bath.
take one, and then you'll.
Put Mr. Bubbles in it.
Okay.
You need a big enough tub though. Like you need to be able
A
to
round
be, like,
one. I have a
you
round
know,
tub.
Yeah.
You put Mr. Bubbles in it, and you put candles, and you have wine, and you listen to
exactly
music.
what you do. It's
I don't
lovely.
get to do that very often, but
lovely.
like hardly ever. But it's a dream. You know, I got a bathtub. It's empty, but it works.
You can use it anytime you want. Yes.
I can use it. Yes. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Would you rather have good friends or good books?
Good friends.
Good friends. That's an easy one. Okay, almost done. Then we're going to close out. Would you rather say please or, I don't know. Would you rather say please or never say thank you? I have to do both.
Well, please.
Yeah.
Would you rather say please or never say thank you?
Well, I want
Well,
to
at
say
least I
please
say
and thank you.
please.
We have to, you can't say thank you without please. So please.
Please.
Yeah, because you can't do it.
I think you cannot. I mean, to never say thank you is horrible.
Right.
I mean, I feel like.
Okay, here's
Gotta
one more
say
fun
thank
one.
you.
Yeah.
Would you rather toilet paper your parents' house or in-laws' house?
I don't have any in-laws, but I think it would be really fun to toilet paper my parents' house.
I would do that.
I wouldn't do in-laws that way. I would do
Mike
parents'
Bosma,
house.
I'm coming for you.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready.
Done.
Get ready.
We're expecting that.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. So I wish we had more time for more of those.
Oh,
Are fun. But
no,
it's
it's
that
done.
time again. I want to thank Cherie. Thank you for being you. Brian, you got to come back.
I would love to. This is a ton of fun.
This is so much fun. And Jazzy Georgia, I'm glad you made it back from the dentist in time. And it is About Town Deb with City Talk. And if you want to ever be a sponsor or be on the show, please reach out to About Town Deb on Facebook, on Instagram, anywhere you can find me. And it's that time again. City Talk with About Town Deb. We'll be back next week, but we will be in Carson City at the Shoe Tree Brewing. Woohoo!
Social Security is with you through life's journey from birth to retirement. As your life changes year to year, so do your needs. For over 80 years, Social Security has helped to meet your needs and is committed to improving access to the services that make a difference in your life. Today,